So this is what I thought about the difference between Warsaw and Krakow, being a little over a week in Warsaw and now currently about day fifth in Krakow. I think both cities are very walkable, and from what I've talked to a lot of locals so far, they prefer Krakow over Warsaw. I mean, Krakow used to be the capital of Poland, and now it's Warsaw. Warsaw is a more newer city. Uh, Warsaw was bombed during World War II, so a lot of buildings there are brand new. It's that build up, like the culture of science. That building is pretty much new, like 50, 60 years old. It's not like historical building. Whereas in Krakow, you can find churches like right behind me. It's a lot more, it's a lot older. It's historical. I went to visit a castle 2 days ago. It's a historical building, and so everything here it's old. It's not bombed like the World War II. So a lot of the native Polish people they prefer Krakow. One person said it's like a smaller city, and then another is it's more historical, it's more original, so I think they appreciate that. I also heard that tourists tend to prefer Krakow as well. When I did look it up on like Google search before I visit Poland, it was recommended that Krakow was number one place to visit, and then number two is Warsaw. People often ask me like if I wanted to visit other countries. I have thought about the neighboring countries, but because I didn't buy the tickets early on, so it costs a lot more to buy the ticket, train ticket on the last minute to visit in other countries. So I decided to just stay in this country and just check out and just absorb in the details where they have here, instead trying to like go fast paced and visit other countries before I head back to the US. So in terms public transportation, both cities tend to have really great public transportations, and they seem very efficient. Both cities very walkable, and then lots of nature. I see a lot of trees. You'll see a lot of trees around, which is really good. I feel like both are like both are like New York City, but cleaner and less people and more walkable. And I know New York City we have the Central Park, Krakow and Warsaw. They just have a lot of trees around, and in autumn it's a good time to visit. There's falling leaves, changing of color, which is really nice. Also, I noticed that people here, there's a lot of McDonald's out here. I feel like they don't have a lot of good food, Polish food, and so McDonald's becomes one of their most popular restaurants out here. Their coffee costs, I think, about like $1.50. Calculates 6 Polish money, so it's about $1.50. And then what else is really cool about here? I would say it's relatively very safe out here. I hardly hear any like bad violence going on. I just often see like drunks on the streets, but other than that, there's not much like violence. The locals they think the U.S. is an extremely violent place where people get shot every day, and they are they really find their country to be pretty safe for the most part. And there's different subways and trolleys. Like right over there's a trolley, and I think it's to visit Warsaw and Krakow. You don't really need to have a car. In fact, having a car may be an inconvenience. So just come here. There will be a lot of walking, a very walkable city, and hop on the bus, take the train, and it's pretty much all you need. And then as for food, there's some traditional Polish cuisines. They're okay. I don't really find them very impressive, to be honest. That's why their number one restaurant is McDonald's. But their buildings are very impressive. Buildings look really pretty. The historical buildings tend to be pretty cool to look at. Lots of nature, and they kept the place very clean. I would say, they do a good job keeping the city clean.